Hey guys, Frankie here, and today we're going to be going over the top 10 stupidest creepypastas that I could find on the internet. Now, these are going to be fairly well-known ones, not ones that are, less well-known, moved to the creepypasta site. I mean, some of these have been, but, also, I'd want to quickly say that I have nothing against the creators of these pastas, except the guy who created Sonic.exe, because that dude is a freaking crazy nub. Why do I keep saying nub? Nub is my nub nugget. Nub nugget. That's my words. Those are totally words. Anyway, I have nothing against the creators except that guy, because if you're watching this, you need to get some help, because no, just no. And if you enjoy these pastas, a lot of these were on my top 11 creepypastas list that I personally wouldn't put on there now. I might make a remake of that, but anyway, if you personally like these pastas, I'm not saying I don't. Some of these I do like, but there's things wrong with them, and that's what I'm going to be listing today. So, without further ado, hope you guys enjoy. Number 10, Jeff the Killer. Now, I would have put Jeff lower on the list, but I'm kind of not willing to be burned at a stake right now. Plus, there's way worse pastas than Jeff. But I want to quickly take a time out to say that there's so many things wrong with Jeff's story. I'm only going to list a few. There's bad grammar. I know they updated it, but it makes no sense. Okay. In the unedited story, the normal one, there's bad grammar. The motives are terrible. You don't just wake up one day and go insane. Like, it doesn't work like that. It don't work like that. I'm sorry. You're either born a psychopath or you're made one after traumatic events. Until this story, Jeff was just a normal kid. So, the next thing is, man, he went insane. And if you're trying to defend him, man, he went insane because he got in fights. He got into 2 fights. He got into 2 freaking fights. It doesn't, no. Third of all, bullying does not work that way. I mean, people are bullied daily. But does that mean they go and say no? And I'm not saying bullying is a good thing and needs to be stopped, but you don't go insane after being bullied. My fourth point is, you can't cutting that big of a gaping hole into your face would lead to infection. Therefore, Jeff the Killer he'd probably die. Second, you would go blind from burning your eyelids off because dust and particles would get into your eye, therefore making you blind. And how do you burn your eyelids off without freaking burning your eyes? The last point I want to make, because I will rant about this forever, is that the unedited picture of Jeff the Killer this just made me cry when I heard this. It's so sad. Is of a young, obese girl who committed suicide because she was bullied on 4chan. And someone has a great idea to take her picture and turn it into something disgusting and horrifying. And now this girl is going to forever be known as Jeff the Killer. And that is just so sad to me. So I want to quickly move on. Number 9. So apparently, Homicidal Lou, which is my next one, is Jeff's brother who, died in the Jeff the Killer story. That totally didn't happen, man. People can just make people come back to life, because that's how reality works. You can just bring people. I can't speak. Bring people back to life. That's totally how reality works. So technically, I have not read the story. I don't plan to read the story. It looks like, how does it even make sense? Okay, so apparently this is Lou's brother. And apparently, I don't know how it works, but there's this thing where he has, another personality, and I don't understand how it works, but if you want to tell me how exactly it works, that I'd be honored. This makes no sense. The main point being that Blue died, and That's all there is for me to say about him. Ugh. Number 8, Offender Man. First of all, what the fuck? Why the hell is this needed? Okay, so first of all, Offender Man's apparently Slenderman's brother, and he has multiple brothers. Why does he need brothers? Like, why? Why? Why do we need brothers? Like, Slenderman used to be freaking on top of the world, but now he has brothers, he freaking has fangirls, he freaking has everything. Now he's not scary. He's freaking, ugh! And this one, I could have added any of the Slender Brothers. There are, like, millions. But I decided to add this one for the fact that it kind of grosses me out. And instead of being a murderer or a weird, happy nub, this dude up in this piece is a rapist. And I don't know. I barely know his story. I somewhat know it. It's been a while since I've read anything. But apparently yeah, that's really it. He's a rapist. There's not much to say about it. And there are so many weird pictures on here. I tried to find one that's appropriate for my child eyes, but there's, oh my god, it's so bad. Look. I'm going through some of the ones I found. It's just bad. Oh, God, kill me now. But this is all I could find. That's probably the worst one right here. But, yeah, like I said, there were so many I could have added, but he just stuck out, so I added him. So, yeah. So, number 7 is Tails Doll. What? Okay, so I put him above, I know, he's probably one of the worst on this list, but I put him above some of my characters because, I don't know, it seems like there could be more, like, this could happen to anyone, while other characters, it happens to a certain character, a bland character, where nothing happens, but this could happen to anyone, and I'm just going to point out the facts that I find wrong with it. First of all, why would Nintendo add something like this? Second of all, how in the... Wait, Nintendo didn't make Sega. What? Nintendo didn't make Sonic. Sega did. Why would they add something like this? Second of all, how does this even crawl out of your TV screen? Third of all, this thing is freaking small as balls. You can literally grab him and curb stomp him. How are people afraid of this little freaking teddy bear thing? Oh my god. Jeez. I mean, the people who made Song.exe and this dude like the guy who made this. I mean, I don't hate this dude. This dude tried. He at least tried. He gave me a decent story that could happen to anyone, but over here we got freaking the dude who created Sonic.exe. Speaking of Sonic.exe, number 6, Sonic.exe. Why is he not even lower than the 5th spot? Because there's worse pastas out there. I personally, I can't say I hate this pasta, because it introduced me to creepypasta. I'm like at the brink of hating it. I just really dislike it. And the creator is a fucking retard. You can't even, oh my god. I can't even pull out the rant he said because I cannot read. If you've listened to this channel, I know there's only like 2 other videos up, but if you listen to me, I stutter so much. I can't read. And I can't even read the text because it just enrages me. And, okay, well, like I said, Tails Doll gave us a thing that could happen to any freaking bitch or bastard in the world. Well, this dude over here gives us fucking Tom. We get Tom over here. First of all, his friend sends him this disc. He's like, destroy this disc. That was his last wish. And that is his last... 1 second, my mom's calling me. Now, where was I? Oh, Tom. Tom takes his friend's last wish and doesn't do it. He plays the game. The screen comes up. It's like, how does he memorize something if he sees it for a split second and then it's gone? And how does he describe it in such detail and then pass it off as a glitch? Oh my god. Plus, this dude up in this piece right here says that, he's like, oh my god, he describes things in such detail. Nothing that is needed. You just adding words trying to make your story good, and it doesn't work like that. You can't just add a bunch of... I can't say there was this guy, his name was Joe. Joe was 95 years old, and he was so on the brink of death, and as soon as he died, he was going to go straight to hell because he ate a dog, and that dog's name was Fluffy, and Fluffy was 10 years old, and Fluffy was a blue-nosed American Bulldog. It doesn't work like that. You don't need to know all this information. I mean, like the story could be sent down to... There was a man named Joe. Joe was 95 years old. He was on the brink of death, and he's going to hell because he ate a dog. We don't need to know the rest of the information. But this guy up in here, the guy who made the freaking story, decided to say, no, I don't need this. I say fuck sometimes and I say frick. But this guy says, no, I gotta make this the most cool sounding as possible. I gotta add some hieroglyphics up in this piece so it looks deliciously awesome. That made no sense. Ignore my grammar. Number 5, Laughing Jack. Now, this one, I personally don't have anything against some of it, but it's covered by crap that is not needed. Like, the family dog is Brian for no reason. He's Brian to be killed. That's legit it. Legit. God. I mean, well, you see, why just, I don't get it. Like, I don't understand half this stuff that goes on in the story. Like, why does the police tell the mother to go back into the house with her child, even though the robber who destroyed their house, which is actually Laughing Jack, but the robber that destroyed their house could possibly still be in there? Or he could come back. Like, why? No, that doesn't work like that. Also, I don't, okay, that's generally all I have to say about the story, is that a lot of it doesn't make sense. Like, there's certain things, there's snippets of things that are good in this story, but it's covered by shit. And, oh my god. Like, okay, okay, so, Laughing Jack is a clown, and I know it explains why he kills people in its origin. I've listened to someone read that. It was disgusting. It's just, the origin and Laughing Jack have gore just to have gore. That's legit it, and it's disgusting. And oh my god, it was so gross to me, and I was like vomiting in my mouth reading both stories because there was gore just to be gore. It takes child freaking murder. What is it called? I don't know. Child abuse, but it's murder. Murder of a child. And it's just there to be there. Like, taking serious subjects and just using it as a plot device. Oh my god. Number 4, Eyeless Jack. Now, where Laughing Jack's story gave us a good, decent main character, the mother, Eyeless Jack gives us Mitch. Mitch is he's just nothing. He's just a flat character. He's retarded. Like, okay, let me go over the story real quick. Mitch moves in with his brother. He hears weird noises at the window. It's nothing, probably a raccoon. That's reasonable. So, after that, he wakes up, sees this thing above his head, above his face. So you know what? You know what he does? He doesn't. No. Does he call for the police? No. Does he call for help? No. Does he scream? No. You know what he does? He takes a freaking goddamn picture. That's what he does. Because that's the logical thing to do in stories. So, okay, first of all, I know, oh my god. I read The Origin of Eyeless Jack on my old channel. It still does not explain why he eats kidneys. It kind of explains how he became a monster, but it doesn't explain why he eats kidneys. Like, why did he cut Mitch's face if he's just after his kidneys? It doesn't make sense. So, yeah, I'm personally not a fan of this. So, if you are, I'm sorry, but I just don't like it. Now we're getting to the stories that are disgusting. Sally was raped by her uncle when she was 6 years old. Now, if this was put out and it was done correctly, if it was written and it was a big part of the story, but it's not because he just kills her a few days later, then maybe I would have looked past this one and saved it from me yelling at it. But no, it's just there to be there, and that disgusts me because you're taking a serious subject that sadly many people have had to go through in their life, and you've just put it there for, oh, this happened, and that's why this happened. And it doesn't make sense to me why you can just take something as serious as rape and then it's just there. Nothing leads up to it. Nothing is after it. Nothing happens after it. It's just there. And then, when Sally tells her mother about it, she just brushes it off as a bad dream. It doesn't work like that. It doesn't. I'm sorry. It doesn't work like that. You are a terrible mother. After that, Sally's murdered and comes back as a ghost. Why did she become a ghost? Why is that important? Like, what? This story would have been somewhat good. Like, I would have not taken as many pokes at it if Sally didn't come back. Like, why did she have to come back? Because, like, she freaking, oh my god. The story would have been more pathologically, like, disturbing if she didn't come back as a ghost. Because it takes something that happens in our day and age, and it just, that's it. That's the story. And that's how it works. And, oh my god. And that's just how the story ends, is she becomes a ghost. But if it ended, he murdered her, he got away with it, he's still on the loose. Maybe that would have been a bit of a better ending because it's taking a real monster, not a paranormal ghost, like a monster that we can fear today, that it's still out there, he's still at large, he could be doing this to other children. And no, you just take it and it's there for the simple fact for her to become a ghost and become this amazing character. And no, I'm gonna get mad. Number 2. Or 1, because I personally was going through the one I had for number 2, and I decided there's nothing really wrong with this. I picked it out because many people hate it, but I like it, and it makes sense to me in my head. It was 0, and when I read it, I was like, this is just, it's like a really good story, and I know a lot of people may, like, hate it, but I enjoy it. And I just, I left it out, so it's only top 9, I'm sorry. But Nina the Killer is my number 1, because it's just a ripoff of Jane the Killer and Jeff the Killer. Now, the reason Jane's on here is because I like her story way better than Jeff and Nina. You see, Jane was kind of a ripoff of Jeff, but it was better than Jeff's story, so it's fine. And then Nina, and then John, and then Lou, and then all these, like, the Killers. That's their last name. They don't have a last name, they just have a name. It's like John the Killer, or freaking anything, any name, and it's just, ugh. So, if you just, I can't. She's obsessed with Jeff. That's all I can really get from her. Is she killed people? She dresses up like Jeff just because she freaking loves Jeff. Jeff. Like, I'm pretty sure Jeff would hate her. She's technically a fangirl, and she's just. They made a creepypasta. My eyes. They made a creepypasta out of a fangirl, and she gets all this fan art. As you can see, I'm going through it. She gets all this fan art because she's a fangirl, which makes her better than everyone. And, oh God, no. And it's just, it's so gross to me. But, whatever. If you like the story, fine, you can like the story. What the fuck? People pair her with Eilish Jack? How the hell does that make sense? No. I'm done. I quit. I can't do this anymore. I'm done.